Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You tuned in to the Burning Bush Show. You heard me? I am DJ Kane Cobra. I move slick strike, quick hit you once and it's over. And DJ, that's digital journalist, cause I don't jog nothing. You heard me? As usual, we got the homie C in this thing. You heard me? Whoa, now. Hey, we got John, the Hawk Henry in this thing, bruh.
What's poppin', y'all?
Uh-huh. Hey, we finna get right into it today, you know. Hey, shout out to everybody who was looking for us last Sunday. I was out there with my people having that wedding. It was fire, bro. Hey, check out the pictures on Fire Photos Media. You heard me? Off top, we hot. Hey, homie C, what's happening with you, bro?
Say it, bruh. Say it, bruh. It's the homie C, repping NWC LV.FM. Hey, man, like always, shout out to our sponsor, man, NWC Dispensary, Silver Black Cultivation, the only, one more time, the only 100% black-owned dispensary and cultivation in Nevada. So if you're in the city, if you're in the state, make sure you stop by, come by and shop with us, man. Good people, good prices, good product. Come shop with us. So yeah, man. That took a lot out of me.
We back.
We back. Damn, that week off, god dang, Cap. Nah, but it's good to take a week off. Hold on, let me get a sip of my water. Good, there we go. But yeah, man, how was that trip, Cap? I know you came back refreshed, my boy.
It was fire, man. It's always good when I get a chance to go home and be with my people, you know. Franklin, Louisiana, St. Mary Parish, man, they really showed out. My little cousin Michael John got married, you dig, and I was one of the shooters, man. My other cousin Shigeri, man, he was one of the top photographers, wedding photographers in the nation, like straight up right now. He was the head photographer, you dig, but I was the event photographer, so he took care of the ceremony and all that and making sure you got all the proper pictures, all the professional pictures, and I got all the rest. So I took care of the event, you dig. So when the bride, the groom, the moms, they were going around to each table getting hugs and kisses from all the family members, wishing them well. You know, I was there to get all those type of shots. So I had a real good time, and that's what I love to get, like that authentic smile when they going in for that hug, like they ain't seen each other in a while, and they going in for that hug. Mm-hmm. That's the smile I like to get.
Capture
and
those
then
moments.
I show them themselves when they line up, and everybody have a regular, smile. Like that's the say cheese smile. But the smile they used to seeing is when that hug coming in, and that's the one I make sure I get. So
that authentic.
Yeah, we had a great time, bro.
Good, man. Good. I'm glad you got to go get some time off and also spend some time with family, man. So I'm glad you got to do that. Welcome back, dog.
Appreciate you.
Man. And again, big shout out to Capion, the man behind the camera, man. As always, y'all see him, and you always gonna see him. So there he is,
Keeping us motivated and rolling.
man. Motivated and rolling.
You already know.
To my right hand side, as always, my boy John the Hawk Henry.
What
Mr.
it do,
Mean
y'all?
Green.
What it do?
How you, brother?
I'm good, man. Living life one day at a time, man. How you doing?
I'm all right, bro. I'm here. I'm alive. So
One day at a time, man. You feel like you in one of them AA meetings, man.
Oh no, man. Life's good, man. I can't
Okay.
complain.
All right, bet. You straight, bro?
Feeling blessed.
Because I
feeling
know you
fortunate.
went through some things, recently, bro. I know you smiling though. What's
Yeah,
up?
man. We had some staff changes at the job and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a rough week, but
Yeah.
we get through it. We stick together as a team, and it's all about sticking together.
yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's one thing that we do want to push as a community, sticking together, because we can do a lot of things individually, but together as a community, we can do a whole lot more. So when it comes to this cannabis community, definitely each one teach one, reach back, grab somebody, put somebody on if you can. I ain't saying just put somebody if they worthy.
Because it's not for everybody.
It ain't for everybody, man,
Right.
for real. Hey, but yeah, that is what it is. So we back in motion, man, and we gonna wrap up the consumer. Touched on a lot of good things over these last couple episodes. So just a couple of points that we do want to get into today, and probably not gonna be as long-winded today as we typically are. But if so, so be it.
So be it.
So be it. But yeah, what I want to touch on real quick is one of the key terms that we like to do is the endocannabinoid system, ECS. So the endocannabinoid system is a biological system in the body that helps regulate and balance key bodily functions. Research suggests that the ECS may be a potential therapeutic target in numerous psychological conditions such as energy balance, appetite stimulation, blood pressure. The endocannabinoid system critically regulates stress, responsivity, and anxiety throughout the lifespan. So, with that, with the endocannabinoid system, everybody has one. Every animal has one, and it is vital for your survival, vital for your everyday functions. Um, with that, there's two types of cannabinoids. You got phytocannabinoids and you got endocannabinoids. So phyto, which means plant. With that, the cannabis plant, that's the cannabinoids. That's where they get that from, the cannabis plant. Uh, THC, CBD, CBN, things like that. Those are the phytocannabinoids. Then the endocannabinoids, which is endogenous or AEA. That's those come from like your body. Your body produces cannabinoids. Other outside things may produce some cannabinoids. So you got two types of endocannabinoids. You got AEA or 2AG. Those are the two types of cannabinoids that are outside produced. And with that, each cannabinoid has cannabinoid receptors. And what those are like the signal towers for your cells going throughout your body. So what those cells do, they receive and send out signal, and they just wait for the right signal to come by. And for cannabis, that would be the THC, the CBD, the CBN. Those types of things would set off the receptors in your body. And like I said, everybody has them. Even if you have never used cannabis at all, you have a endocannabinoid system that is a highly regulatory system for a lot of functions that goes in and out. That's why they say that the cannabis plant has a lot of medicinal purposes that people don't even know about due to that endocannabinoid system. And the receptors were actually named after the cannabis plant due to study and the use of cannabis. And another cool thing about it is it's fairly new. It came the studies were discovered in 1988, so it's fairly new within the last 30 or so years.
Interesting.
So there's still a lot of new research, a lot of new findings about the endocannabinoid system and the way it works with marijuana and the way it can be used medically. Because like we said, just
I would like to know, like, knowing that I have the endocannabinoid system, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how does that match up with the type of weeds that I smoke that make me feel different ways? Is that how that's supposed to go, or what?
Kinda, yeah, because with the terpenes, so those send out different signals, I suppose, and the endocannabinoid system receive those into your body, which tells you how to feel. My understanding.
So it's like
Oh,
there's
even
receptors inside of my body in the certain, what is it, the cannabinoid, the terpenes, certain
terpenes
activate different
that
receptors in my
THC.
cannabinoid system of my own.
The THC has receptors. The THC send out signal to the receptors, which is received into your body, which can be received different ways, I guess, due to the potency. Lower THCs are received differently and send different signals, so you feel differently. Higher med sends out different signals, so you feel, you know what I'm saying, higher. CBD is the same way. Those receptors receive CBD, which is processed into your body. And like I said, there are other. Your body produces cannabinoids, which do certain things.
Affect your stress level, appetite, things like that, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. And like I say,
So that's why sometimes, like, there's some weeds that I can smoke where I'm gonna get the munchies.
yeah,
It's just automatic. Like, but sometimes I don't get the munchies exactly. But when I go edit my videos, it's like I'm more focused on that task. I'm not hungry or nothing. It's just, and it's weird. And some weed will make me want to get up from doing my work and just go, let me just collect my thoughts for a while.
so and it all the endocannabinoid system allows your body to take in the THC, the CBD, and break it down, and allows it to do what it does. Just like any, I'm not gonna say anything else, but
Okay, where is that located? Is like the nervous system, like it runs throughout your whole entire body, or in your chest, in your head?
your
or-
cells, it's on your cells, so it go throughout your
So
body.
it's a cellular level.
Yep,
Dang. Okay.
yep. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the reasons that you can't overdose on THC is because we have the endocannabinoid system, those certain neurons. I have to look it up and get back to you, but yeah, due to the endocannabinoid system and the way your body is able to receive it, it doesn't block out the THC or the CBD like a opioid would be blocked out.
Tell me, like, what's considered an overdose? Like, you pull it up on Google and just, I don't know, just say that out loud. Like, what is actually considered an overdose? You don't have to put any particular.
But not marijuana related.
No,
right?
just don't put
Just
any
all- just-
particular drug or anything. Just put, however you can ask it, what is considered an overdose? Something. Because I've seen people have different experiences on weed too, and I'm looking like I'm thinking is them mentally though.
All right,
Well, it's
so this
those
was,
receptors, right?
Yeah, they're catching different receptors. Yeah. What you guys see?
This is from MediaLinePlus.gov, 2023, January. An overdose is when you take more than recommended amount of something, often a medicine or drug. An overdose may result in serious harmful symptoms or death. If you take too much of something on purpose, it is called an intentional or deliberate overdose.
Okay, bro. Check it out. Now, Tylenol over the counter. The recommended dose is 2 capsules, which is 200, so that'd be 400 milligrams. Prescription strength is 800. So if you're trying to ease your pain over the counter, prescription strength, you'd be overdosing on the over the counter medicine.
You could definitely.
So I'm just saying, because that's saying more than the recommended amount. So
Mm-hmm.
So because I guess there's no bodily harm or long-term bad effects, they don't consider that you can overdose over THC. I mean, you get terribly high and be
I
stuck.
just wanted to know
Or go to
what,
sleep.
what was
Or-
considered an overdose.
Yeah.
Because
Just-
after that, you just start making up your own rules, right?
I think it's just like what he said, just more than the allotted dose, and it could be fatal and harmful to your health, organs, all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, there's effects of smoking weed, smoking in general, like affects your lungs, stuff like that.
So what's the prescription strength of weed?
the highest you can get it.
baby.
You feel me? Like, because you can't overdose on this because of your receptors and your cannabinoid system. We got a system inside our body that actually wants to interact with this exact plant.
Yeah, and one of the things, like even though it's named after the plant, they say that we didn't adapt to it. The plant kind of adapted to us to be able to produce something that we could take into our body.
I like that plant.
Yeah, I like that plant.
So, do we have an opioid system in our body?
I don't know exactly. Give me a minute and I'll get back to you. Just remind me. I tap in with your next show.
Yeah, because I'm trying to see, because if we got a cannabinoid system but not an opioid system, why do they recommend opioids more than cannabis?
It's something that processes it, but because of the endocannabinoid system and the way it's set up with the neurons and neuron 1 and neuron 2, the opioid can't process or pass through like the cannabis could.
Right, the opioid binds to your stuff and makes you have to have it. It's weird.
I don't know.
I like cannabis, man.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
The cannabis plant adapts to us. The other plants try to make us adapt to them. I don't like them.
What Smokey say? Take advantage, man. God put this here for me and
You.
Take advantage.
For sure.
Just take advantage.
All right, excuse me, getting off track, man. I just had a couple
Nah, bro,
questions.
that's what you're here for. You 3 heads is better than 2.
That's it. That's the whole point of the show. We all learning, and we all want to know.
We all want to know what that'd be like. So yeah, man. That's the endocannabinoid system. Just a little bit of education for y'all if y'all didn't know. Any questions that y'all may have about it, tap in with us on the comments. Tap in with us on our IGs. Send us those questions. If you knew something that we didn't touch on, definitely put that in there so we can expound on that and let people know that too. Because like I said, it's a fairly new subject, fairly new founding. Founded in 1988, so it's only older than a lot of us.
The research is young.
Yeah. So anything new that we find interesting about it, we'll definitely be tapping it with y'all and letting y'all know that. Because, like I said, we want y'all to be in the know. If you want to get into it for a medicinal purpose, this is something that you may be able to dive in on. And yeah. So with being a good consumer, we want to wrap that up. So a couple things that me and John and Cap was just talking about throughout the week as we sat here getting ready for the show. Couple more things that we think you guys should be aware of and know as you go out, if it's your first time, if it's your 1,000th first time. I know a lot of people smoke weed and just in passing, they be like, man, I didn't know something that y'all had said. I didn't know this. I ain't appreciate that. So
Love the feedback. For sure.
Definitely let us know. So one of the things is typically what I was saying is people only kind of associate this with when you're doing like psychedelics or something like that, your setting and set. Those types of things, if it is your first time, that could definitely have a effect on your experience. And I know just with smoking in general, it can or it may cause some sort of anxiety in certain people, just in general. So I can imagine if it's your first time and you may be out at the club and the music is blasting real loud and you ain't used to that feeling how you may feel, or if
Makes your heart beat out your chest.
Man,
like
yeah,
that.
you don't know. Can you hear that? What's that?
Those are real reactions.
Yeah. So
Be cautious for sure.
especially if you are in like a club setting or out with people. If you do drink, be careful about mixing. You don't want to get too mixy because that ain't a feeling that I think anybody could say that they enjoy.
That crossfaded feeling it can be much.
It's a lot different when you.
And if you could hold your own on alcohol, but now you mix it in the marijuana at the same time, now you might have a mix that you're not used to, and now you're acting different or you're feeling a different way. So just be careful, be cautious.
They say that's like basically mixing two drugs, uppers and downers, and you don't want no parts of this shit.
Not a part of
Not
it.
a part of it. My bad. I owe $1. But yeah, just being aware that get somewhere comfortable, man. Somewhere that you don't mind being around people that you don't mind being around. That was another thing. You really don't never know, especially with the way you seeing things play out on social media. You thought people was your friends, and they go the other way. People will lace you out here in these streets. Even what you buying. One thing that we had said that we didn't talk about, the fentanyl laced stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's happening with every drug now. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is happening with the weed, and it's terrible that it's going down like that for sure.
So yeah, just be careful of that if you are buying in the streets. Since we touching on that, since we talking about that, a couple other things that came up. If you are purchasing outside of the dispensary, I know sometimes when you've broken weed down, it has the little web or something in it.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes they got powder mold, they got botrytis, bud rot. God forbid you get a nug with spider mite infestation, and like C was saying, a bud filled with spider webs or little pests, that are firecrack popping off when you roll up the bud. It's a danger of the street.
How would you know?
The only way you know is if you have that knowledge or that eye, or like you taste it. It's not going to be good. You could smell them, you could hear them popping, but as a novice smoker, you don't know what you're dealing with.
And even as a person that does smoke for years, you still wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Definitely buying in the street, like we said,
Yeah. And that's, we just want to make sure that y'all are safe. Even with buying in a dispensary, not saying that, it could possibly slip by. Thank God we put in the proper precautions to make sure that we thoroughly inspect what we put out so we don't have those problems. But, it very well could be an issue if you are purchasing from a dispensary. So just be aware. That's what we want y'all to be in the know, man. What else? So, yeah, be around people that you are comfortable being around, because ain't nothing like some good weed and good vibes.
Absolutely.
Good people. Like, that's a dope experience. So hope everybody's first experience is a real good one. And if not, I would say don't let it deter you if it's something that you wanted to do. Try again. Try different setting, try different people, try a different strain. So, yeah, man. Setting, it can definitely play a big part. Even if you don't, even if it's not your first time. I know I don't want nobody blowing my vibe
At all.
And don't put that bull music on. Don't bring them bull people around, and don't bring no bull food.
And everybody enjoys it differently, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
some people use it to relax. Some people use it as a pick-me-up to get them through the day. So, it's a different vibe for each individual person.
Mm-hmm.
It does different stuff.
Absolutely.
And it does different
And
stuff.
now that it's like you have the information, you know what it can. It does different stuff. So I'm having trouble sleeping. Hey, man, please get a nice indica. I can ask for that now because I know. Oh man, I'm gonna be shooting golf tournaments all day tomorrow. That's gonna be a 12-hour day. I don't think I'm gonna want some sativa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to feel comfortable like I'm usually myself, you know, because I usually smoke. But I know if I smoke sativa, it's gonna keep me up and keep me creative. I'm not gonna be feeling like I want to go to sleep, but I'm still gonna be feeling great.
And shout out to like websites like Leafly. You could type in any strain, put it in the bar. It'll tell you the effects. It'll tell you whether or not it's a sativa, indica, a hybrid, and like these are tools that, as a basic consumer, you could use and gain a lot of knowledge. So
Yeah, man. Shout out to them, man.
yeah,
Being for real, man. Shout out to us, man. Shout out to you guys for being here. Stay in the know. Again, let us know if it's something that you guys see that we ain't touched on that y'all want to have expounded on. And we'll keep y'all up to date with anything that we do see that's going on out here in these streets, man. Another thing that we had talked about, medical versus rec. I know right now with a lot of places that are starting to be in the cannabis industry, starting to legalize it medically first. So that's one of the things which basically you find a doctor. There may be a specific doctor that just does that, or your doctor, and you go tell them what you got going on. You may have to ask them how they feel about it, and they'll write you a prescription or whatever. You go to a dispensary. I know when I first got here, two separate sections. You had the medical and you had the recreational. Typically, your medical was the higher grade stuff, and then after that, you had your recreational side. So it may be set up the exact same way whenever it starts up where you're at. So just make sure whatever you want to do, 21 or older typically, medical or recreational. And I know here.
Excuse me, one moment on the medical and the recreational. I have a question.
Shoot.
Because it's like, okay, when I hear medical, I used to associate it with the higher level of THC, and recreational with, you know, something where it's cool to be. It's like moonshine and liquor that they sell on the shelf. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I used to. But now working in a facility, I know that the CBD is the medicine. So now my thoughts is a little bit different. I'm not sure if I understand that correctly now, because I know the CBD is the medicine when it comes to THC and CBD and weed, period. So can either one of y'all explain that? Like, is the medical weed the high THC, or is it the CBD, which has basically no THC?
well, I mean, to start, I kind of feel like the CBD was how the industry eased people into the THC game. So by Charlotte's Web from back in the day and all these other AC/DC strains, they were able to like show the community it wasn't just about getting high, and it was about being a medicine for cancer patients, for people who had no appetite, a list of ailments. So that was kind of like how they eased them in. As you know, those CBD strains do have small traces of THC in it. So separating the medicine from the recreational, it gets kind of blurry. But it's how it affects you and how you use the medicine as a consumer, you know?
And typically, the way I think the game looked at it was pain regulation. The higher the THC, the more it would relax your pain. Ideally, you would want to have a good balance of THC and CBD to get a good medical use out of it. But I mean, you know, just like we know that where you gonna find it at? You can't.
It's hard to find just
CBD.
by itself. I mean, it's all over the place, but like as a grower and as growers, like we know that it grows side by side. It has the same characteristics as a lot of strains with THC. Might not be as strong, but it's in there. You know,
Look good, smell good, feel good. Yeah. So that I think that's just how it is as far as the medical aspect. They look at it for pain regulation, basically.
and I think now with
Appetite.
yeah, absolutely.
A pick me up for depression. Can help with anxiety.
And then like I feel like society looks at the recreational as like the psychoactive. You know what I mean? Like the getting high part of weed, like recreational. Even though it could be the same thing, like medical and recreational. It's just kind of how the government is regulating it right now. They have a lot to do with it,
And it's still classified as a Schedule 1 drug on a federal level.
which is crazy.
Bananas.
I mean, I think things are changing, but it's nuts. It feels like it's a lot about money, a lot about laws and stuff like that. And I mean, we're making strides in the right direction, but it's crazy. It's almost 2025.
That's exactly what it's about. Money. And I mean, of course, they want to have the right laws and stuff set up. But, that's,
They want their cut.
They
The
want their
government
cut.
wants that little piece.
yeah. So yeah. Just be aware of how it's set up in your state whenever it comes out. And make sure if you want to do medical, you got to go through the proper channels to get that medical license if you want to go rec 21 or older. And that was our next subject, age. I was watching a podcast, and this one OG grower, he had cancer since he was a kid, and he smoked weed to help him get through depression, anxiety, pain, appetite. Since he was a kid, of course, this was in like the 70s, so it was definitely for surely frowned upon. I know it's frowned upon now. So, what's the proper age for medical use?
I mean, in my opinion, I would say 18 to 21 plus
Mm-hmm.
for medical.
What age do they give people opioids?
Mm-hmm.
Young,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
young kids. I think they give kids opioids.
Oh, so kids can have heroin, they just can't have
I
cannabis.
mean, what is
Technically.
Ritalin? Like Ritalin's a form of speed,
Something.
right? And like,
I'm just asking
Oh,
a
no.
question.
yeah, it's definitely what it is. And like, kids are prescribed that every single day. So the age for medical marijuana is so like
And also, there's different ways of consumption too. You don't have to
Yeah.
always smoke
true, very
to
true.
receive the benefits.
Right. I know.
But some people take the drugs and do however they want with it, and now it looks weird to take them. You know,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, and that's
what's the age limit on opioids? That's what I want to know too.
yeah. We'll let you know.
Yeah,
And that's one of the things that we want to do. We just want to have these conversations,
Because opioids are actually addictive.
right?
correct.
So the more we have these conversations, the more these subjects come up, and they'll come up in the right places, and things will be done about it. But yeah, like they said, man, 18 plus and up, I think is the best age. But I mean, there's that gray area. I mean, it is medicine, and it does do good, and these kids do need it. And I've seen where they use, like you said, there's other ways to do it. The tinctures,
Yep, the oils.
like with kids having seizures,
Gummies.
they
Yeah.
drop 2 drops of the tinctures, and within 15 minutes the seizures stop, and they don't have one for another
Seconds.
12, 13,
15
14
seconds.
hours.
See, I believe in that absolutely. Like, and that's for the parents' discretion. Like it's up to the parents. The government shouldn't be deciding whether or not a parent can give their child CBD or THC if it's helping them with stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But then at the same time, too, as a teenager, like, you know, you got a teenager who's still developing, his mind's not in the right spot, like he's still growing physically, mentally. And sometimes smoking weed at that young age gives you the fuckets real quick.
You don't have to always smoke it.
I mean,
What
even
the hell do you think an opioid's gonna do to them?
it's just the same. I feel like
just
drugs
the
in
worst.
general. Yeah, drugs in general at a young age, it's like there'll be time for it, you know? Like right now, focus on getting your mind developed. So,
I agree.
yeah,
Within moderation.
absolutely.
What do I always say? You can always take a little more, but you can't take a little bit back.
You can't take it back.
So
Can't take it back. Say no to opioids.
say no to opioids.
Say no to opioids.
Can't take none of that back.
Mm-mm.
So that, like you said, that leads to, you said it said to the parents' discretion, pregnancy,
That's
using it during pregnancy.
it's a big topic.
Yeah, because I mean, again, it helps with anxiety, depression, appetite. But then there's the issues developmentally that they say it may cause. But then
From
there's
smoking?
Yeah,
Yeah, just eat the gummies.
but
Prenatal
As a-
gummies.
as a pregnant woman, though, taking marijuana, would it have that effect on your child, your unborn child? I don't have enough research, but
yeah, I mean,
I think it's like the same as if you're a drinker, or like alcohol or tobacco or whatever your drug of choice. If you're a caffeine addict, I think it does have effect on a kid. But like I said, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not qualified to make those calls. But you know,
But these are just conversations that we want to have,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
let us know how y'all feel, and maybe we can hopefully get a certified person to come
someone
in.
who's more qualified.
Somebody
in
that's
that
definitely more
department.
qualified to come in and give a professional aspect on that. So yeah. So let us know, and we'll let y'all know. Stay tapped in with us. Another subject that came up with your strains. Of course, there are different strains, and when you go into a dispensary, it can be overwhelming with the different amount of strains that there is. But just be aware that with there being different growers, different companies, that every strain is gonna be different, which kind of sucks if you get a good lemon gelato and then you go to the same dispensary and you get another lemon gelato, but it's grown by a different grower and it's different. The color may be off, the taste may not be all the way there like it was, may not be as creamy.
Might be a different phenotype, like under the same name as, you know, gelato or whatever strain. But yeah, there are different phenos, and depending on the cultivation and how they grow it.
Different ways it's grown,
Yeah.
different being exposed to different light,
Different nutrient regimen.
different nutrients, stuff like that. So just being aware of that, and it's just like with beer. You know, people have their own specific beer. If you can find a specific strain that you like by a specific grower, man, I always say stick with that, 'cause you can't go wrong with what you like. So just being aware that there are different. I guess I would say different levels to the strains.
I'd agree. I definitely agree. And
Yeah,
like,
different levels to the strain.
yeah, depending where you got it or where the cultivation got it, like if it's watered down genetics, or you know, if it's been passed around, or if it's a fresh new creation that somebody created and it's being bumped out.
If it's coming from California, if it's coming from New York,
Correct.
wherever it's coming from, that all that type of stuff will have a different effect to how you feel, what it tastes like, what it look like when you get it.
Yeah, if it's grown indoors or if it's grown
Outdoor.
outdoors, you know, these are things that are big factors.
Yep. So just things to keep in mind with the different strains, with just getting into it, or even with not just getting into it. A lot of people don't even realize that there is a THC amount. They don't realize that there's a terpene amount. They don't realize there's terpenes in it. It's just good weed to them, and that goes back to people like us. Do it look good? Do it smell good? Do it feel good? Do it smoke good? All right, good. We good. So if it has those characteristics, then that's all a lot of people really care about. They don't care about the THC level, because I've smoked some good 12% shocker. Had the taste, had the feel, had the touch, everything, and it was 12%. I liked it. So what's a good starting amount for a person that may be getting into the marijuana, smoking it?
As far as THC percentage, right?
See,
I would say, for a beginner, kind of sticking between that like 15-12% range to about like 20% THC. It's kind of like a safe zone for you as a beginner.
maybe even 10.
Maybe even 10. Yeah, take it a
Maybe
little bit
even
lower,
10.
like ease into it. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so again, you can always take a little bit more, but you can't take a little bit back. I don't want you jumping off.
I would personally suggest if you're just brand new starting out, yeah, ease into it because you want to have other levels to go up to. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take on the most powerful stuff and then that's all, that's all that'll do it for you. Yeah, start off low and work your way up and see what really actually does it for you. Because it might be a certain terpene.
And that brings up tolerance too, like if you start off smoking 32% and that's all you smoke, you will not be able to go back to that 15% most of the time. Like you will chase that high that you got from that 30%, that 32. Like that's a real thing.
Yeah, if you start drinking Hennessy, you ain't gonna drink no Paul.
Mm-mm.
It ain't gonna taste the same. It ain't gonna.
Mm-mm.
You feel me? So yeah, same thing with the weed. You can build a tolerance. So keep in mind, if the more you take, no matter how you take it, the more you take
Can't
it, you're
you,
gonna build a tolerance. So at some point, you're gonna need just a little bit more.
Yeah, can't you build up a tolerance to a certain strand? Like if you get that same strand constantly, like won't it be a time where, okay, I built up a tolerance to this particular strand, and it might be a high testing strand, and you go to a different strand, you might smoke one with the homie and be like, what is this? You'd be like, that is some 8%. It's like, oh, just because it's different and it's hitting your receptors different. It's
Correct.
giving your receptors something different to receive on, I guess. I'm trying to figure it out.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
That goes into like the terpenes and stuff like that. The way you feel, because you say it could have had 8% THC, but the terpenoline in it still could have been like 14-15%. Which
no, like I'm saying, you
with,
say you can't overdose on THC, and it does something in your receptors, but the same exact strain over a period of time, it stops having the effect it did
just like food.
at first.
I mean, it's just,
But you smoke a different thing with the homie, and now you think this is something crazy fire. This is like it's a regular old 14%. It's just because you've been smoking a quarter pound of this thing straight, and now you just got this one that's different. And
Yeah, you've gotten used to that.
Yeah,
You've gotten used to it.
over
you just
time.
get used to it, like, because your receptors are not overdosing on it. They're just like, yeah, we've got all we want of this.
And maybe it's affecting different receptors, like maybe that one strain is affecting the
Exactly.
appetite effector or the positive mood, and then the other strain is your anxiety or your, whatever it is, and maybe it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Try some different strains, y'all.
that's exactly what I was about to say. Try some different stuff, and because when you're getting it from the dispensary, you can look and see what's going on the packet. What we got here? Let's see.
About to say, yeah.
This
Speaking
some,
of different strains,
some Josie Wells from Silver Black Cultivation, the home team.
Shout out NWCLV.
Shout out.
Off top.
Some Josie Wells,
We hot.
20.20% THC indica. THC, terpenes, B-caryophyllene, 10 milligrams, limonene, 5.3, B-myrcene, 3 milligrams. So with that, and that's what I was saying, depending on what it was, it still could have been some 14%, but it could have had like 8-9% myrcene, which some people may not say that's a lot, but that's a good amount.
That's a lot.
That could be the terpene they are accustomed to, right?
That could be the terpene that weed they've been smoking a lot of might not have,
Yeah.
or a lot of,
Mm-hmm.
or like if you was like in a studio session with your partner and you was smoking some new stuff and you was like completely locked in, terpenoline, that help you. That's damn near like Adderall. That terpene, it help you lock in and focus. So, a couple of things that could go into that.
Hey,
Read
guys,
your labels.
Hey guys, we just recently had a good harvest, man. Could y'all let the people know a few things that we might have coming down the line?
Yeah, man. So we got a couple different strains. I know Dirty Little Secret crossed with a Canna Haze strain that we have coming out. So, look out for that cross. What's another one that we have?
Just the can of haze that's real exciting. I'm excited about that one.
That Canna Haze is good looking.
Yeah. Vesper.
Yep, that Vesper. We have a Vesper crossed with a KV cheese dog, a little cheese strain that's just kind of reminded me of that old UK cheese.
The can of haze with the blue bonnet.
Another great cross, leaning towards the indica side, grows real short and stocky and real icy.
So yeah, man, we real excited about that. And that's just a couple of them. We got
Yeah.
a few more. So stay tuned, man. We'll keep y'all locked in.
Look out for the Kush Mints. Sunday strain is Kush Mints, y'all.
Kush Mints. That's always a go to. It's always consistent. Always a consistent producer. Always look good. Always a high tester. So definitely deserve to be the strain for Sunday, man.
Yeah, go
Kush
check it
Mints,
out.
NWC dispensary. It's 2 of them. Where they at, Cap?
Whoa there. NWC dispensaries, the flagship, 3200 South Valley View. You heard me? And then we got West. That's at 9030 West Flamingo Road.
So yeah,
Bro.
it's 2 of them. So it's nearest you. Stop by.
24 hours.
24 hours. 7 days a week.
The
Drop don't
drive-thru is
close.
big. The drive-thru is big, man. If you want to be discreet, you haven't gotten comfortable with being in the dispensary yet, you just pull up in your car, place your order.
The walk up. They got the walk up window.
Not the walk-up
Got the
window.
walk up window.
You want to pre-order your stuff and still jump out and grab it? We got you.
Yep. Everything is safe and on camera with security, so you have no reason to fret. You could be
Don't
comfortable.
fret.
Don't fret.
Be comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's NWC dispensary, our sponsor. And make sure when y'all go in there, y'all shop Silver Black Cultivation. Yeah.
Straight up. Because that's where we be at.
You
You know,
heard me.
we be at Silver Black Cultivation. We cultivating that with the head honcho, John the Hawk Henry. And why we call him the Hawk? Because everything he grows is big, mean, and green.
Ugh.
You
You
wouldn't
don't
want to
wanna
see him get angry.
Y'all already
Hey, the
know.
homie CB up in there, man. We got Kenny the cultivator, man. That dude be busting the moves, man. But he really be taking care of the plant. He know what he's doing up in there. Hey, and the big dog Frank Hawkins, bro, he be in the office all day, every day. So if you got questions for him too, man, hit me up. I ask him something for you. You heard me? But we really out here trying to make it happen at the Silver Black Cultivation, and you can catch our strands only exclusively at
NWC.
NWC. So go to Nevada Wellness Centers
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Centers with the S .com.
We're
Check it
always
out.
looking for new talent, y'all. So, if y'all are interested in joining our team and being a part of this industry, like, get your card, your little agent card, and come holler at us, man.
But it ain't for everybody.
It's the truth.
Gotta want it. Or
You
I mean,
right,
not,
because I'm
not
gonna be
even
on you. I'm gonna
not
be on
even
your
want it.
head.
You just gotta have a good work ethic.
Yeah.
You can come in and just do your job and go home, or you can come in and go where you want to go in the industry. It's a good launching platform for you to learn and be hands on if that's what you want to do.
Definitely can learn a lot.
Yeah. So
Shout out to Miss Kathy. She in there
yeah.
learning a lot.
Yep. Miss Angie, Miss Charmaine.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So and we got a lot of
That's it,
renovation,
we
man.
We got a little crew up in there, huh?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. We're always looking for new talent, new growth.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Bro.
And
Hey,
we
I appreciate y'all letting me on there.
hey,
yeah, man. Big shout out to Cap. Cap came in there. I remember he was like, man, I'm just here to take it all in, and just seeing from where he came on the first day to where he at now, and just and being some of the driving force for some of the stuff that is going on, like with the tissue culture and stuff like that. So man, big shout out to Cap, man.
yeah, man. And in the
Appreciate you,
packaging
bro.
department, like,
Hey man, look, he
man.
had he was in there. Look. So I'm OG Packer. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I went in there. My boy had 2 scales, 8 cups, just shoot. I'm like, hold up, my boy, what you got going on?
I'm talking about doubling production in
Hey,
the
look.
first month and then quadrupling it in, 4 months? Like, that's what it's about, Cap.
So look, I saw that and I was like, I can't even ask him about his experience in the cannabis industry anymore, because apparently he been doing this shit. You feel me?
Same, bruh.
Say, bruh.
Say, bro.
Off top, we had.
Off top, no click harder.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man. Those are a couple of things that we just wanted to be able to give y'all as we in this this area of the podcast, and we're gonna move on to a couple of things. Got some new subjects, some new guests that's about to come. Give y'all some good knowledge, some good game, whether it is growing it, selling it, marketing it. So we got some people that's coming. Then we just got some good people that like to smoke some good weed and have a good conversation.
Yeah. A lot of big things for the new year.
Yeah, for sure. So, what you smoking on, bro?
Like always, man, I'm smoking the Josie Wells, a.k.a. the Gorilla Glue 4. My personal favorite.
What you like about it?
Man, I like everything about it. The smooth high, definitely leaning to me on the indica side. Real strong, nice diesely taste. So that's what I'm looking for. What about you? What you got rolled up?
Same thing, man. You know, I had to get some of that from when I came in. Had to swap it out with you. But yeah, same thing, man. Any time the Josie come through, that's Gorilla Glue number 4. Like, that's one of the OG Gorilla Glues, OG strains. First came out to Vegas. I remember that was one of the first ones that I had out here. So very good experience. I like seeing it grow. I like the way it look in that room.
Yeah.
I like to see it before it hit the shelves. I think that's my favorite part. Of course, it looked good. The breakdown is real nice. Smoke real good. So yeah, Josie Wells, man. Make sure y'all get some of that silver and black cultivation.
Yeah. Check us out.
Cap, anything you want to say to these people before we get up out of here?
Oh, no, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I know we took a Sunday off. That was on me, but I had a good time with my family on y'all. But we will be here for these holiday season for you. You heard me? So tap back in with us, you dig. We appreciate everybody who was tuning in, and I will get at y'all in the comments. So, DJ Kane Cobra, I move slick, strike quick, hit you once and it's over. And DJ, that's digital journalist, because I don't jock nothing. You heard me?
For sure. John Hogan, you want to say anything to these people before we get up out of here?
I mean, like always, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the views and all the people, tuning in, giving us great feedback, great criticism. So, yeah, we just want to say thank you. That's what I got.
Cool. Perfect. You rehearsing?
Hey man, I'm just trying to be like you, dog.
Man, don't be like me. Be better than me.
Ooh,
If I had your hands, I'd cut mine off.
ooh.
Man. So yeah, man. Before we get up out of here, I do want to say one thing. And I've been neglecting it. And I had told myself that I would be doing it before the show started. That I would just give an honor to God, because He the reason that we're here. He the reason that I'm at the cultivation. He the reason that we doing this show. And without Him, I feel like we wouldn't make it. So again, He put this here for me and you. My bad, that's a glitch. My bad.
A little twitch for the glitch.
Little twitch for the glitch. So He put this here for me and you. So take advantage. Whether you want to smoke it, sell it legally, grow it legally, medically, you want to get into the business to market it, you want to get into opening cultivations, whatever you want to do, take advantage, man, because it's here. And again, I couldn't do it without the big God, so shout out to him. And yeah, I'm the homie C, repping NWC LV.FM. Where they can find you at, bro?
Hey, like always, JHB_IV on Instagram. Holla at me.
Cap, where they can find you at?
Fire Photos Media Group. You heard me? Just Google me, you dig?
On the internet. He out there. And like he said, he got them photos, he got the videos. As you can see, he do the podcast. Holla at him if you're trying to get your podcast done. Any type of media, he can whip that up for you. For real, holla at him. Fire Photos Media Group. Again, shout out to our sponsor, NWC Dispensary, Silver Black Cultivation. And again, man, I'm the homie C. You can find me on Instagram, the homie C, THAHOMIEC. Facebook is my government. You gotta find it. You probably already know it. I ain't hard to find, man. Just find me. And be on the lookout for the Instagram for Burning Bush Show LV. Be on the lookout for any social media, YouTube page, TikTok, all that, man. Coming soon. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all share this. And big shout out to y'all, man. Because again, we appreciate all the feedback. We appreciate all the people tapping in. We appreciate all the guests that's been on. And we appreciate all the future. And we look forward to the future and the growth of this show, man. So, again, big shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. And one more time, we appreciate y'all. And we out of here. Peace.
Peace.